I laughed at my grandma's funeral. My grandma was just as stubborn as me. The only fight my grandma and I had dealt with the fact I was moving states away. Then I graduated and visited my grandma last week. She had been alive, loving, and still fighting. Then I was rear-ended, totaling my car. The next day, she passed away. I had been staying with my mother ever since. The morning of the wake, I walked into the kitchen to see my mother. Guess you made up with your grandma because you are allowed to go to the funeral. What do you mean I am allowed to go to grandma's funeral? I asked my mother with a frown. My mother frowned back at me. Mams didn't like you, Haven, especially after the fight you two had. My mouth drops open in shock at what is coming out of my mother's mouth. It was once dealing with how far I was moving away. Don't you dare say I am allowed or not allowed to go to grandma's funeral, I shouted at my mother in anger. Then find your own ride there, you ungrateful child. My mother snarled at me as she marched out of the house. I wanted to cry because I knew everyone was already heading to the funeral. Frustrated tears in my eyes, I checked Lyft and Uber rides, only to find out that it would take about a half an hour for anyone to reach my location, and the drive there took 2 hours if traffic was good. I searched desperately through my contacts. I dial my uncle. Sorry, kiddo, we left last night to be here on time. I tried my aunt. We left at 5 a.m. this morning. I tried everyone that I knew was going there. All of them said roughly the same thing. We don't want to help you in any way. I was becoming desperate, but looked like my grandma knew my family better than I did. There was a knock at the door as my mouth dropped open. The limo driver bowed to me and handed me an envelope. I opened it slowly as the limo driver stayed silent. It was a note from my grandma. Dear Haven, our family isn't pleasant to females who seem to have a brain and a plan. They have hidden this from you, but I bet you have no ride to my own funeral, which I find disgraceful. So I tricked them. The pastor will not start till you arrive around 6 p.m. The invites had 12 p.m. on it for my grandma's funeral. My lips twitched into a slow forming smirk. I continued reading the note. Anything you buy will be on the card handed to you by the driver in the limo. Cause a scene, Haven, because I sure wish at your age I could've. It might have saved my younger sister from taking her life. Use my death and create whatever chaos you want. I love you, Haven. I believe in you, and I'm sorry I'm not there for you. Love, Grandma. I blink slowly as I cry. The limo driver handed me a handkerchief. I cleaned my face before standing tall. What is your name, sir? The limo driver's eyes widened slightly before a gentle smile reached his face. For you, Beck is just fine. I smile back. Then let's make them wait till the last second before 6 p.m. Beck smirked at me. I was hoping you would say that. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a list. If I may suggest this route, dearie. I just grinned as I walked and entered the limo. I couldn't wait to announce what Grandma had written on her note about the inheritance. 5-star restaurant for lunch before a shopping spree whirlwind. It made it feel like my grandma was right here spoiling me with one of these trips. Even the rest of the drive was absolute fun with Beck's mad skills on listing songs to the lyrics. We pull right up in front of all the angry family members. Beck gets out before opening my door and helping me out of the limo. The black funeral dress that held a nice lace veil slowly showed my face. My mother's face went from shock to anger like a switch. How dare you show up dressed like you're asking for it at your own grandma's funeral? Beck stepped in front of my mother and I am afraid, ma'am. I can't allow you to harm her. Yelling lies is hurting her reputation. Beck's few words had my mother going almost purple in her rage. I pat Beck's arm as he steps to the side, ready to intervene if needed. Why, mother? I just did what you all. I glanced around the half circle of family members. Knew I had no way to get here. It's just too bad Grandma learned later in life to have a plan and a dream. Everyone at the funeral went white like they saw a ghost. My mother was slow on the pickup. What is that supposed to mean? She screamed in my face. I smirked. Grandma donated half her estate to charity. My mother's greedy face was suddenly as white as the other guests. What? She stuttered, and the rest was left to me. A pin drop could be heard at that moment. Now, you have a real reason to hate me besides thinking for myself. Amen, the pastor said, and I laughed.